Nice to see you, Mamta. And
Yeah, same here.
I would congratulate you again. You have cracked the PMP. That is most prestigious certification. I can say you are a challenger because being a mother, housewife, and also into the job, managing time for PMP, it is really not a small task. It's really not a small thing. It is really someone has the really strong willpower. Then that person only can do it. Otherwise, it is really going to be very difficult.
Yeah,
Once,
and also like when you are not clearing at the first attempt, you lose the confidence.
yes, yes, yes,
That
that's
is
happened.
like that's what I find it more challenging actually.
Yeah, that's happened. And the things is that you don't lose only confidence, but you lose your 2 to 3, 4 months precious time which you have spent
Yeah.
for your preparation. First thing, and second thing, of course, monetary value is there, financial impact is there. You lose your 555 USD exam fees, and along with that, whatever you have spent for the training even you can use for the second attempt. But yes, for other stuff, maybe if you have some simulators, if you have purchased,
Yeah.
they give you
Yeah.
limited time access. So in case if you have
Exactly.
just use it, that kind of the impact also financially. So the reason when we talk to people, when we convince people, so we convince and motivate them that try to prepare in a way that you can pass in the first try. Do not take
Mm.
any risk to go for the second attempt. Even I have seen many people beat the exam. They don't go for the second attempt. They think it's not my cup of tea now. So that's
Yeah,
happened.
exactly. Like you will reach that stage, in one point of time, you feel
Yes.
like no, it's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the reason we should try to do preparation in a way so that we can pass in a first try. So that's the
Yeah.
first motto every aspirant should have. They should be taking each and every tips. They should not let any stone unturned so that they can pass in the first run. All right, I really salute your hard work, dedication, sacrifice, being a mother, being a housewife, being an employee, and it's really you are the challenger. You failed in first try, but again you tried and you passed in your second try. So that's not an easy thing. Not every person is like you. Yeah. So this conversation I wanted to do because, like you, many people are there. They are trying for PMP. They just started with so much passion, energy, and after 2 months or 3 months, even they keep postponing the exam. They feel okay, I'm not ready for the exam. Like same story, I remember it was happening with you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
postponing,
Exactly.
postponing. For few couple of months, you were not in touch with me because I don't know. Maybe you were feeling that the guy is continue pushing me because I am the
No,
person
but like
continue to push the people. Go and take the date. Unless until you take the date, you will keep feeling that you are not ready for exam. So that's
and I really feel
psychological.
like we need to have some push. Otherwise, like it's too hard.
Yes. So I'm the person always push the people. Some person feel irritated. Okay, he's pushing too much. I'm not ready. Maybe I will fail. But once I will push, of course I'm going to see. I'm going to analyze you that whether you are ready or not. And of course I am always there. I stand by the people. If they are coming and asking anything, I am always there to tell or give the right direction. One lady yesterday, she was still in dilemma. She was telling, I'm not going to take exam even in this year. I pushed her.
Mm.
I told, you are into preparation since 1 year. She is since 1 year. And I know she can pass exam. I am very sure she can pass the exam. She is content wise, knowledge wise, she is there. Only the mindset not yet changed. Her mindset need to be changed. So that's the reason
Mm.
I just pushed her. I told her, okay, go and take the date and then only give me message. Unless until you take the date, don't talk to me. She just
Yeah.
messaged me, sir, I took the date and now let me know way forward. So that's the mindset we need. We unnecessarily we don't need to delay the exam. So you have been into preparation almost 1 year. You took the first attempt, then eventually you managed to clear in second try. So I would like to hear from you just in brief if you can. How do you start, and what's the challenges you face? Biggest challenges you face in your first try. uh, and how much you put in the efforts, still you didn't clear, and what was some observation behind it, why you could not clear the exam?
Okay. Yeah. As you know, like I started my journey last year,
Yeah.
and uh, thing is like I wanted to do it. Okay. That's like I'm doing the project management from past 5 to 6 years. But like then I realized when I started reading PMP book, I realized like real time and whatever the PMP says, it's kind of like some of the things it's conflicts actually. It's
Yeah.
not, you can't just go to the exam
Yes.
just based on your experience. You definitely need to study it.
Yes.
That's the first thing I realized it. And then what happened is like I approached you and you have given the study plan. But the major thing I feel like I couldn't clear the exam is I couldn't spend the time because of the work, because I have project delivery going to live in December.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like since September, it was like full hectic. My work was till like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the night. It was because
Oh,
my customer is US based one.
wow.
So work was like that.
Yeah.
In between, like I started studying on and off. It is like there is no consistency at all. I
Oh,
read that, I'll go to 2 3 chapter I will finish, and then again to the
taking.
1 week I will leave. I forget it what I read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again I start from the one to chapter one. Again I will end up in the same thing. It was like I couldn't, frankly telling you, I couldn't finish.
Hard
My
and
complete
easy.
set. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish PM book at all. But
Mm-hmm.
when the December comes, right, I was in the hurry that like syllabus is going to
Exam
change.
is
That
changing.
stress started coming. Yeah,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
wanted to give a try. And on top, like in my mind, I was thinking that anyway, like I have a project management experience. I think I'm able to crack it without reading it. Maybe it's a
Okay.
overconfidence.
Okay.
That's the one thing I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And but in back in mind, I knew that I haven't read it. And
Okay. Great.
that like being a working woman, being a mother, and you have so
Yes.
many
Yes.
constraints around you, and
Yeah.
it's sometimes I feel like, am I really giving the excuse to myself, or is it a real problem? But it was like my real problem was my project. I couldn't
Yes.
really able to
Yes.
spend. Yes, weekends I used to have a time, but you'll be so tired, and you'll say that okay, I will do it tomorrow. That tomorrow never came at all.
Tomorrow never comes. Yeah.
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 And when in December, I 25th, I think 24th, I took the exam.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it because
Yeah.
by seeing the paper itself, I felt like okay, I couldn't make it. First half was okay, but the second half I felt like no.
You missed it.
But still,
Just
I gave
missed
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't make it. Then I realized the mistake I made was there is no consistency at all. I haven't read the book, PM book, and having the experience and having the knowledge is two different things. Certain things we generally don't practice actually
Yeah.
while doing the project management. Certain parts we do it, but it's not we do it all the aspects of that, right? For example, if you take the procurement, I never worked on that
Yeah. Most of the
because
people. That is the
that part it
handling
never came
by
at
the
all.
different. That's
Yeah,
handling most of the organized by different department. Yeah. So generally,
yeah,
project
that
manager. Yeah.
exactly, like scope, yes, because you
Yes.
do it in day-to-day life. Somehow, more or less, it will be similar.
Yes.
And cost is okay, but budget, some of the aspects we never touch at all.
Yeah. Also.
Some of the project managers, yes,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
procurement, and so certain areas, even though we are doing the project management and managing the project, we don't touch all the aspects.
Yeah.
So reading is like always the best thing you can learn it, I feel. Along with your experience, you also need to have, you need to study and understand certain aspects, and then only you can. And second time when I start, you have given me the revised study plan,
Yes.
and this time I strictly started following that.
So
There's no
let's
excuse.
let's give a message to the people who are going to watch this video. Message is from Mamta. You must have consistency. You must have a certain time period for your study. If you have started, then no matter how busy you are, you have just initiated PMP preparation. Make a time slot for every day, even for 1 hour, but be in touch with the book so that repeat again and again. If you just study for 1 week and taking off another week, then you will be coming back and starting once again from the first chapter. So you should be not into that zone. Even if you are not getting time, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours every day, at least give 1 hour. It will take maybe 90 days or 100 days and still 45 days or 50 days. But at least you will be reaching at the end if you're going continuously. But if you're taking break, if you're doing on and off preparation, definitely you will never feel prepared and you will never complete your syllabus. Second, as from the Mamta, that once you start, go to end and be consistent. Try to give your 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, at least no matter how busy you are, so that you can have the momentum going. And that's most important. Otherwise, you will feel okay, I will do it tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. So, first learning is that start and continue it, no matter how slow you are going, but continue it. Second, don't think that you are into project management since 10 year or 20 year, you have enough skills and knowledge, practical knowledge, and that is going to be helpful, useful for your PMP exam. That's completely wrong approach. You must have to read the PMP exam contents. PMP exam contents that you can refer PMO and other textbook to cover the PMP exam contents. So you must be having one or two books and then you have to solve the question. Only then you should attempt the exam. We have to learn it first. You should be consistent, you should be keep momentum going. Once you start, you should be ending. Don't do the preparation on and off. Second, don't go for exam based on your practical knowledge. Go for exam once you fully read at least PMO, and along with PMO you can refer other textbook like head first, Rita. Of course you have to do some practice question and simulator. So let's hear about your second journey once you started your second attempt. So, how did you approach? What you did differently in your second approach?
Yeah. From my first attempt, I realized the mistake. What was the mistake?
Yeah.
That in the second approach. So this time I started with a proper study plan. The
Yes.
one which you have provided the study plan,
Yes.
and stick to that study plan, and
Great.
don't try to alter that based on your need. That
Mm-hmm.
is the main thing I felt like. If you have something, if you some strategy, follow
Yeah.
it, and then execute that one.
Yes.
Start with that, and then having the strategy is one thing, and execution is the another part. So you
Yeah.
have to do both the thing. And
Yes.
obviously you need to have a good mentor. That's what I really realized it. And like when I did the first time in the PMP mastery, like we are giving that a question and answer session, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I used to skip it because I was thinking that okay, I'm not able to answer certain things. What's the point in
Yeah. It will take.
attempting that? But
Yes.
the second time I felt like even though I'm not able to make answer all the 100% questions,
Yeah.
but wherever we make the mistake, answer reading the answer make you feel that like more confident. Okay, this was the mistake, and you are learning from there. That really helps actually. Attempting more questions, that really helps. And not only attempting, and to understand where you made a mistake, why it was wrong. That really helps. And the second one, I stick to the plan, whatever that study plan you are given, and then I followed it blindly. I followed it, and then I started attempting more questions. And even though if it was a late night, I will make sure like I will sit and at least if I'm not answering the question, at least read that what question comes, whether I'm able to understand. That really helped me.
Wow.
That's what I felt. And second time also, like if you remember, like I was thinking that I will postpone my exam, but July 18th was my exam application was going to expire.
Wow.
Then I decided, no, I will take it because I felt that I read so many things this time. And also to complement my PMP study, along with that, I did the Scrum certificate. So
Wow.
that's I started reading for the Scrum certificate and Safe Agile both.
Wow.
So that also really helped me because
Great.
this time the focus is more on the agile.
Yeah.
So that whatever the Scrum certificates and the agile certificate, whatever I have read, that really
Yes.
helped me to uh, get through it.
Great.
And what I can say is like have a proper plan, execute it, and there is no excuse, there is no shortcut. You have to do it.
So,
Yeah,
for the viewers who is going to watch this conversation, I can say in one line that you must have a structured study plan like Mamta.
exactly.
She has adopted it in her second attempt. She is saying she had even the study plan in the first try, but she didn't follow it seriously. So, in the second attempt, she took the revised study plan from PMP Mastery and then she followed it as it is. Along with that, she is saying practicing the questions. Even you are not scoring in the beginning good, keep practicing and try to understand the justification. Yeah. So let's say deep dive about some exam insights. So what kind of most of the questions did you find in the exam? Like a new format exam, you took the first try, it was based on the waterfall method, and the second try you took on the new format, which is the combination of agile and the traditional. So have you found like questions which is more of agile or more of traditional, or 50-50% combination is there, as PMI said in the website that 50% will be the agile and 50% of our traditional. Also, like there are some new type of questions they have incorporated, like drag and drop, fill in the blank, and the multi answer questions. So, what was the quantity of this new type of questions?
Yeah, I can see that this time the new pattern, it's more on hybrid, hybrid and agile. I can say more of 75 to 80%, I can say it's on the agile. But even though when we say agile, it is still related to, like kind of, they will say the agile question, but you still can see the flavor of like what is there in the PM book. Okay. And it comes in agile form, but more on hybrid, I can say. And procurement is the another important area I felt. Procurement and the stakeholder management and the communication management. Even though agile question comes, it's all something related to the communication and how you will use the risk using the agile. So it's like kind of you still need to read the PMBOK to understand communication management, procurement management, risk management, and stakeholder as well. And but questions are highly focusing on the agile, and we have multiple choice of questions actually. It's not only like how we used to have only like one answer used to be select. Now it's like we have a multiple choice questions. I think like 20% of that multiple choice, and I got 6 to 7 questions drag and drop.
All right, six to
All
seven
that on the
drag and
agile.
drop, and the multi-choice answer means more than one answer you have to select. So,
Yeah,
how many
yeah.
questions can you take?
Like the match the following drag and drop will be there, right? That is like 5 to 6 question I can say.
Okay.
And the multiple choice, it's like a 20, around 20 questions. It came like that,
Mm-hmm.
and 20% I can say. Yeah.
20%.
And I didn't see any questions on the critical path or any maths questions like that.
You are lucky.
And but the people should be very clear about burn down, burn up
Burn down
chart,
and
and
burn
all
up
that chart.
chart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also like they will ask about the earned value and how it is related in the agile as well.
So unvalue
How
only interpretation type question, or there were mathematical question based on unvalue, or
there is
just
no mathematical
interpretation?
question.
Only
Interpretation.
interpretation.
Yeah.
Great, great.
Yeah.
So still this can be handled by the people, but the mathematical
Yeah.
actually consume the time. So that's people skip, or maybe even they spend 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Most of the time they make the mistake. So because
And work
speech
breakdown
time
structure,
matters.
I have seen couple of questions.
Okay, okay, great.
Breakdown structure, but that is in turn, like related to agile. But it's down the line. It is related to work breakdown. We need to understand the scope very well, even to understand answer the agile questions. I feel,
Okay, great. So
and
in the burn
like
down chart question, did you find the graph itself or just a
they
description?
gave the graph. They gave the graph.
Okay, fine, fine, fine. So just an interpretation. Have you found any question to calculate the velocity throughput of the team?
Velocity they didn't ask.
Okay,
Burn. No, velocity also they did ask.
okay, great.
Something related to velocity it came. most of the things, like they gave the graph, you need to do the interpretation. They didn't ask the definition kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
what it is burn up, what it is burn down or anything. You should
Okay.
able to interpret the graph what they are
Yeah.
given.
Yeah. Yeah. They will give you
And
data
what was
in the
the,
graph, and then of course they
they
will
gave
ask
the,
you the
they
result.
gave
Yeah.
the graph, and
Yeah.
in that they said, like in this graph, uh, where was the more throughput was there, those kind of questions it was there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great. Great. Okay. Fine. So.
And I feel like, we need to um, really go through that PMBOK agile guide is there, right? That really helps.
Okay. Great.
It has to be.
So.
And but
If you.
having said that, we still need to read our PMBOK once complete, because the procurement, communication, risk management, and the scope management, it's very important. That's what I find during this exam.
Great.
But
Uh,
I didn't find any questions on the budget
on
or the
the
cost so far.
budget,
Cost, I
right?
didn't find anything, but we do have a questions on the CCB.
Okay. CC.
There are a couple of questions on change management.
Change.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Fine.
yeah,
So, sir, you are saying that pay attention more on the side parts, right?
yeah, yeah,
Like the
exactly.
burn up chart, burn down chart, even the EMB interpretation type questions, and folders, communication, risk and procurement. So
Yeah.
you got more question in this knowledge area. So it is noted, and whoever is watching, they should be paying attention to this knowledge
And
areas.
also change management as well.
Change management. So, at last, I would like to request you if you can have anything in your mind in addition to what we discussed from your end. You want to provide the tips from your mind if you have anything else to the viewers or who is going to watch this video, so that they can get also benefited from your experience. So, just give here at least 2 to 3 tips.
Yeah, basically, all I can say is, like, there is no shortcut. Have a proper strategy, read through it, and when you have the mentor, just trust on them, blindly follow it. Because if you are trying to say that alter that plan, it won't work out. Because and each one has a different strategy. Make your
Yeah,
own strategy to, like, remember the things and try to understand, instead of like, we are trying to think
keep
that to
following others.
remember.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
don't try to look for so many materials, because we
Yes,
have
yes, yes,
plenty of materials. We'll get confused what to follow and
yes.
all that. Because that's what I did the mistake even in the first time trying. I was so busy in collecting the materials, different materials, that
See, let
that
me
won't really
highlight
help.
this very important point. It's a very important point I can say in this conversation, that guys, don't collect thousands of material. You don't need thousands of material to pass the exam. You need only
Exactly.
sufficient material, only sufficient material, and you should be knowing which material is sufficient. If you don't know, then contact the mentor, have instructor, have someone expertise who has gone through this journey, that the right person to help you, because you can earn the money unlimited, but you have limited time. So give value to your time. Don't spend 6 months, 1 year in just a preparation. You can do it in even in 30 days and 45 days. Save your time. Just make a proper plan. You have some expert people who can genuinely want to help you. Okay, so just be in touch with them, and then don't go here and there to collect thousands of materials. Don't take advices from XYZ every time. Otherwise, you'll keep changing the strategy. Okay, you'll keep changing the strategy. One way, other way, all the strategy is working, but not for you. Everyone has different strategy. Everyone is unique, and one good mentor main job is to find out the weak and the strength of his mentee. If someone is coming to me, I am not here to just give one plan to everyone. I talk to them at least 40 to minutes to 1 hour in the beginning. Try to understand what they are facing in, where they are, and what's their level of understanding, and how much they have potential. So based on that, we create a plan. Okay, based on that, we create a plan that best suit to you, and that will definitely work for you. So having a strategy, it doesn't mean this strategy is for you. There's lots of a strategy, lots of tips, lots of tricks available on the internet. That does not mean it's made for you. You should have your own strategy, and that only can be created once you are under someone who has done same journey. Any other tips you want to give to the people?
No, book the exam. Don't keep it as open ended, because when we keep it as open ended, we will say, okay, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. So don't keep it as open ended.
Book your exam. Don't leave open. Okay, once I will
Yeah.
feel ready 100%, then I will book my slot. You will never feel 100% ready,
Mm.
and no one feel 100% ready. Even I'm here, okay, I never feel 100% ready, and I challenge everyone who is into this profession. They never feel 100% because this is a knowledge, this is an ocean. Even I read the book, I have some lack. I even if I do the simulator, I may score 80-85%, other may 90%, but no one is going to score 100%. That's not possible. And even 100% scoring is not required at all. If you are scoring consecutively on an average 70 to 75%, I guarantee you, you can pass the exam. So this is another major important from Mamta, that you should book your date. Great, great insight. And anything else you want to share more?
No, if I can do it, anyone can do it. That's what I feel.
Great, great. So it is,
Only thing is
she
like,
is just a
have faith
motivational.
in yourself.
Yeah, she is another motivational tips for you guys, that you should be always think that you are capable, you are eligible to do it. Don't think that is not your cup of tea. It's your cup of tea.
Exactly.
If you are into project management, it's your cup of tea. Okay. So if she can do, you can do. Okay.
And I would
Last
like
question.
to
Yeah.
thank Samir. I would like to thank Samir. And it was like, you are one of the greatest mentor I came across. And I'm
It
really
means a
thankful
lot.
for that.
It means a lot.
Yeah, I really
It
mean
means
it,
a lot
because
to hear from you.
you're pushing so hard, and it was so helpful. And sometimes like we feel like, okay, we need that kind of push, then you can achieve it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you so much for this valuable words. And the last queries I have, that is, did you find any unknown contents in your exam that you felt that, oh, I haven't read this one, or this content is new, I never read, or I don't know at all? Because this exam is based on the PM Book 7, but you read PM Book 6, right? And
Yes.
crack it. So there is lots of gossip going around. Okay. People is thinking, okay, now PM Book 7, new format is based on PM Book 7, and we people
Mm.
thinking that by reading the PM Book 6 or other agile stuff, maybe they can't pass. But you are here, right? And not you, but most of the people. And the PMP Mastery, as of now, since January to till now, everyone is following PM Book 6 along with other book which I have suggested, and they are reading out and they are passing. None of them has failed. So that's, I'm not taking this credit. This all credit goes to the individual who are doing hard work. They are putting lots of efforts, right? I'm just guiding them. So what I'm trying to say, that based on PM Book 6 and with Agile, they all have managed to pass the exam. So did you see any new contents, any unknown words that you found, okay, I don't know about this, and that may belongs to the PM Book 7? Have you any observation about it?
Actually, I haven't gone through. I haven't even opened the PM Book 7. Okay, when it was released, I was a bit scared, because if
Yeah.
I try to open the same book 7, and I will get confused with 6 and 7. So I didn't even open at all 7. I just read was PM Book 6. And then, yes, of course, as I said, like I have done the Scrum certificate, I went to the scrum.org site
Okay.
for that certificate. So I didn't see any of the words which I haven't read it at all.
Okay.
It's not like new, it was from the PM Book 7. Because it's, if you read the PM Book Agile book, I feel like it's okay.
So this is another information see uncover that guys, if you are doing preparation based on PM Book 6, and along with that, if you are reading any Agile textbook, that is maybe you can refer best book, that is Agile Practice Guide. So you don't need to bother about PM Book 7, because having Agile and PM6 covering each and everything based on the new format exam. So keep reading what you have started PM6 and Agile, and in it go for exam, and definitely you can be PMP like Mamta. So you don't have to bother about PM7. But having said that, people who want to start preparation now, they can surely start with the PM7. All right.
And one more thing I need to add with that is like, I find it more on situational based questions. So try to understand the concept. You are definitely able to answer it.
Great, great. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's all for the today.
Great, 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 great. That is, I can say it is lots of insight you have shared here, and definitely it is going to add value to the people who is into preparation. And that's what ultimate aim of this conversation, so that people can watch, they can learn from others, they don't do the same mistakes which has done by you or by others, so that they can save the time, they can save their money, and of
Yeah.
course they can manage to have their confidence level. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time. And once again, I want to congratulate you for having this PMP certification. And I wish you get all the success for what purpose you did the PMP. Wish you many more success.
Yeah. Thanks, Samir. Thanks for your support throughout. That's the first thing I can always say. And yeah, next one, I don't know because I already did a Scrum one. Whether
Okay,
PMP ACP will add the value or any other certificate, I need to look into that. Yeah,
great.
I
You just
definitely need
have,
your
yeah, just
feedback on that as well.
yeah, I will definitely always there to feedback you. Analyze your job nature, job responsibilities, and what's the culture in your organization. It is not always you are going to work where you are working in. Even you can keep in the mind that by doing this XYZ another certification, might be I will be in that position to switch, and I will might
Next
be
one. Yeah.
in that position that I can go to the better organization, and might be I can get a job. So you can have that analysis, okay, and based on that you can choose another certification. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Mamta,
Thank you.
for giving your time, because once PMP people get certified, they don't give their time. Time is precious. So I do not want to take you more time anyhow. Already you have given almost 45 minutes. So that's great. And thank you so much for your conversation, giving your insights on PMP and uncovering all the tips, tricks, which is definitely going to add value to the PMP aspirants. Thank you so much once again.
Sure. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.